What's up, everybody? This your girl Still Standing, coming at you guys with another video. Shout out to my 111 beautiful subscribers. I appreciate you guys rocking and riding with me through this journey. So, real quick, I want to get back on the topic of Robert Duncan's book, How to Tame a Demon. I know I told you guys in my last video, if anybody had any questions, if I could answer it through the book, you know what I'm saying, to let me know, email me, drop a comment in the box, and I actually had one of my subscribers do just that. Summer Blizzard, you know what I'm saying? She wanted me to pick out a couple of questions or a few questions that sounded interesting, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Again, if you guys, you know what I'm saying, got any questions that, you know what I'm saying, you won't answer and you just can't get the book, you can't find it, you don't have the means, again, drop a comment in my box, and if the question is in there, I will definitely post a video on it. Alright, so I actually went through some of the questions that I thought that a lot of us would want to know the answer to. I'm going to try to shorten it down some because it's my second time doing this video and I ran out of time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing it starting fresh. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how, it doesn't even matter. That's just how serious I am about it, to get out this education and awareness to you guys. You know what I'm saying? To help y'all along this targeting, man. All right, so a few things that I found interesting in the book was some of the terms that he gave a definition to, okay? And anything that I come out with, I'm going to tell you the page, so if you decide to get a book, you can go directly to it, okay? So, he actually has a glossary term section at the beginning, right? Okay, and that's on page 5. So, I'm going to read off some of them, you know what I'm saying? It's about, you probably have anywhere between maybe 10 or 15 definitions and terms, but I'm gonna read off a few. Again, like I said, it's my second time doing a video, you guys, and I don't want it to cut off. I want to try to get as much information out as I can. All right, so let's see. Let's talk about DO. His definition on DO is directed energy weapons, right? The general classification of these weapons can include microwaves, lasers, sound, and even building shaking. Any type of energy that can be directed at a biological or structural target. Okay, electronic warfare. This involves weapon systems that interfere and can take control of electronics, such as alarm systems, car locks, electronic garage doors, and computers. EM, electromagnetics. Gaslighting, techniques used to produce paranoia in a person. Informational warfare, the use of electronic warfare, computer network operations, psychological operations, and deception to influence, disrupt, corrupt, or usurp the decision-making processes of a group or individual. This is a general classification that involves perceptions of human beings and their belief systems. It can include cyber or cybernetic warfare. The Martha Mitchell effect, okay? A psychological misdiagnosis of delusion in which the subject's story, being strange, ends up being true. Basically, all of us have and is going through the Martha Mitchell effect, right? Let's see. Perp, short for perpetrator, someone involved in nefarious activities. Psychotronics, this is an old terminology meaning the effects of electromagnetic fields on the human mind. PSYOPs, short for psychological operations, passing information to a group or individuals to influence their emotions, motives, reasoning, ultimately their behavior. Such uses includes propaganda. The purpose of psychological operations is to fool that group of individuals into doing what the instigator wants them to do. It is even used against politicians to increase war budgets. Satan. An above top secret mind control weapon system used worldwide for eugenics of so-called dissidents. It stands for silent assassination through adaptive neural networks. Again, the weapon is called Satan. All right, synthetic telepathy. It is the most common terminology for direct brain to computer to brain communication artificially. The technology can transmit emotions, words, and sensory perceptions bidirectionally to the hive mind, usually 2 to 6 people in that hive. TI, of course, us, targeted individual. This is an acronym and commonly used to mean when you are on a government re-education or silent assassination list. Trolls. These are agent provocateurs, mostly on the internet, whether government affiliated or not. V2K. This is another old but commonly used acronym to mean voice to skull, often called V2S, but this term doesn't define the type of technology used for transmission of voices. There are 4 published technologies. Alright, so that was the glossary part. Alright, so when we get into some of these questions, I'm going to try to sum it up as much as possible to get what you guys need out of it. Alright, so one of the questions that I know that all of us have asked, and it is, how long will I be in this program? Alright, so that is on page 16. We're about to go to page 16 real quick. Alright, so the question, how long will I be in this program? Usually the programs are for life, but the torture phase of the program generally lasts a few years. It is different for every TI. Some, a very few, get released from the program other than through death, but their lives are in shambles, of course. There is no known way to buy your way out of the program once in it. For those that have escaped the program, it is because they figured out all the psychological mechanisms of mind control and their handlers gave up on them. Knowledge of thyself and the human condition is power. Practical advice for survival of these programs is to stay grounded, be logical, analytical, educate yourself, and use the scientific methods. Alright? So, that's the question to that. Now, I'm going to piggyback on that with the next question. And this is going to be a strong question, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to go ahead and piggyback on it because I've said in several, like with the TI definition about silent assassination. And how he just answered the question about, you know, people being able to tame that demon by staying grounded and logical and analytical, you know what I'm saying, to prevent so-called, you know what I'm saying, a kill, you know. So the next question that somebody asked him, which is on page 56, are they trying to kill me? All right, so we're about to go to this. All right, so are they trying to kill me? Initially, the program seems to be to kill the target. It is difficult to know if it is just high-risk programming methods to make the target believe they're killing them, or if they're acquiring data on the short-term kill rates for the weapon system. Often the program progresses to have the target kill themselves or others. There are various ways that they try to kill the target, such as putting them to sleep while driving on the highway, or depolarizing the nerves in the heart for the remote heart attack weapon portion, or increase blood pressure to cause a stroke. Depression signals and V2K psychological breakdown helps with suicidal programming. If the target can survive the early deadly stages, the program progresses to other mind control experiments. However, they can only kill the target indirectly through mind control, and body electricity appears to be the rule. If they wanted the target dead, they could stage any number of poisonings, car wrecks, etc. Near perfect plausible deniability is a must for these assassinations by the government. The operators are, of course, keeping track of the target's cancer rates and other long-term effects from the energies that they're subjected to. This is why they are lifelong experiments. As one TI who was released from the program stated, quote, "Don't fear death because there are things far worse than death," unquote. So you guys got your answer on it. But I also want y'all to understand this. If you lean on the Most High, you see what I'm saying, and you believe and have faith and know that the Most High got you, you're not going to worry about what human being is trying to do to you. You see what I'm saying? As far as this, you know what I'm saying, trying to take us out and not at others. I mean, to keep yourself educated, to keep yourself aware. But ultimately, your faith should be in the Most High. Your faith and knowledge of self and having your faith substantiated 100% in the Most High, knowing, you see what I'm saying, that He controls everything. He can override anything. He is the master protector over every one of His children. Understand that. Alright? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody to fear. You see what I'm saying? I don't want you to fear that. And I talked about it in my videos before, man. Fear doesn't exist. You see what I'm saying? Have faith in the Most High and know that He got you no matter what type of stumbling block that He brings your way or type of stumbling blocks that they try to bring. Understand that the Most High can remove, shut down, clear out anything that the Most High chooses and wants to do when it comes to His children. Understand that. You know what I'm saying? Understand it. So, I wanted to add on to that. You know what I'm saying? Keep your faith and keep your focus. Keep yourself grounded. Like he said in that last question, keep yourself grounded. Keep yourself logical. Don't put yourself in no low vibrational form, which is fear. Stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to keep your strength, and to know, you know what I'm saying, that no matter what they bring your way, the Most High is seeing and watching everything, man. He got your arms around you. As long as you have faith, as long as you show your works, the Most High got you. All right? Now, let's go to the next question. Let's see where we at. We had 11 minutes, y'all. Excuse me. Yeah, 11 minutes. So, I'm going to try to get one more good question. And then, you know, if y'all got any questions that y'all want me to look up or try to find, I'll come up with another video. Okay? This is just some of the questions that was in, you know what I'm saying, I thought that, you know, you guys might want the answer to. There was a broad question that all of us has asked. Okay? So, let's see. I'm gonna do group the question was, what is exactly group organized stalking, y'all? I'm a little heated in here. I got my windows up because, again, I told y'all I don't like nothing. I drown out anything that's around me when I'm on here doing these videos. You know what I'm saying? So, bear with me. All right? So, the next question, like I said, was, what is group organized stalking, right? And that is on page 44. So, we're about to head to 44. Try to sum it up as much as I can. Government mind control programs and intimidation techniques often use many groups of stalkers. Stalkers present themselves through correlation of events and often convey specialized knowledge of which only the target would know. This is part of spooking the target. It is done intentionally and meant to heighten paranoia. Targets ask themselves, what well-funded organization can do this and why are they doing it to me? The target gets confused by that time that they realize they have been targeted. It is usually a gradual onset. One reason is to mimic the symptoms of paranoid schizophrenics. The major goal is to induce paranoia. The target is usually first stalked by ground agents, then once paranoia gets induced, they don't need to use the technique that much anymore. The mind would naturally ascribe all coincidental events as if they are doing it. There are several techniques used to stalk the target. Let's cover a few examples. Destruction or death of an intellectual property or possessions that are personal and often not of value to a common thief. Repeating a conversation that is esoteric and of personal interest to the target by a stranger. Groups acting in a strange way to intimidate, often called street theater. So, all of us, pretty much all true targets have experienced this. You know, your house being broken into, things moved around, your car being vandalized, stuff to that nature. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of it, okay? There are several techniques that have been published in various counterintelligence manuals that employ stalking as a form of intimidation. COINTELPRO is most well known for this program. The provocateurs want the target to know that they are under surveillance. It is not incompetence on their part that they are noticed. The government has no shame that they are using your tax dollars against you. Some researchers speculate that the newer technologies of mind control allows for a new form of stalking using commoners that are not aware that they are participating in the stalking program against the target. Talked about that before in my videos. You know what I'm saying? When they pull in people to do this and they're not even quite aware of what they're doing. They know only but so much. Because they only told but so much. Meanwhile, on the flip side, we know what it is. You know? So again, let me read that one more time. Some researchers speculate that the newer technology of mind control allows for a new form of stalking using commoners that are not aware that they're participating in the stalking program against the target. Everyone is trained to believe that if someone thinks people are stalking them, especially the CIA, they have a mental illness called paranoid schizophrenia. Excuse me, y'all. How were we taught this? Hearing another person in your head can also be diagnosed as a mania stage of bipolarism. What differentiates a technology from natural occurring mental illnesses? The DSM Manual of Psychiatric Disorders is of no use and many professionals don't use it. Disabling a target is an objective. Inducing symptoms of mental illness is the game. Causing irrational behavior in public is why I'm telling y'all all the time, don't react. You know what I'm saying? Is an MK Ultra objective to discredit the target, often called gaslighting. Okay? Let me see. Some practical advice to the newly indoctrinated into these programs with regards to gang stalking. The reason that they use multiple people in groups to intimidate the target is to induce an overall feeling that the world is against them. Once triggered, the minds of the target will assume that all bad things that happen to them are due to the organization, while most will be random bad luck events and criminal activity that happens to all people. Okay? Another example of desensitizing is of colors. Some TIs will see more cars of one color at a given time, or people wearing ties of certain colors that represent something. Being overly aware and desensitized does not mean that the observation is wrong, just not all possibilities are prioritized. There is always a very small probability that every car on the street might be red. A TI will see these improbable events that happen every day to everyone as a message directed at them from the powers that be. Sensitizing the TI is in a public view because the average person would just blow it off. But a TI is more aware due to the knowledge of DEWs, directed energy weapons at the biology, or V2K technology, microwave hearing effects. One of the most important countermeasures in beginning stages is try and lower the paranoia induced and for the TI to keep social ties with their family and friends who cannot understand or believe what is going on. The TI is angry and frustrated and will lash out on those who would normally want to help them, but the average person has limited amount of patience and is conditioned to believe that the people who speak of such things are mentally ill, with all that associated taboos or topics. Now, to a certain extent, I agree with that, you know what I'm saying? But we all know, you know what I'm saying? Again, this book was written in 2014, so it's 2021. We know, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of people that they try to basically have you floating amongst everyone, you know, in order to keep you in this box and use people that are close to you. Okay? So we do know that. Keep that aware as well though. Okay? So, let's see. Many TIs fall into the belief that it is done locally by typically criminal organizations like drug cartels, KKK, or some antisocial alignment. They fail to realize that this is happening in every country all over the world to people of different walks of life. Only governments or aliens or an alien species will have such power to organize and control a technology more powerful than an atomic bomb in terms of manipulating the human race's future. The practical advice is to keep an open mind that it may be much bigger than a mafia or an angry coworker who would have put you in this program. These conclusions are generally red herrings. And we know that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us already know that the system is huge. It is worldwide. We know that. You know what I'm saying? Especially now. It's 2021. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to try to do one more question, y'all. I'm at 19 minutes. And the question is, does prayer help? Does prayer help? And that's on page 43. So real quick, try to get to that. Again, does prayer help? His answer was, hope and comfort is useful psychological tool. However, a TI can find it. If spirituality helps you through hard times, use it. Make a note of it at the end of this book. Define whatever works for you is the goal. The technological demon preys off of hatred and hopelessness. It amplifies the target's emotional state to drive them to bipolarism, a cycle of mania and depression. One aspect of the mind control breakdown process is commonly known as create false hope and then crush it over and over again. One danger to avoid with religion is that many of the tricks that the handler uses involves religious deception. Don't assume that the voice of God you might hear is this. Remember, the weapon systems such as synthetic telepathy or others that project voices into your head are often referred to as the voice of God weapons. Alright. But if you have a real relationship with the Most High and you have testimonies, you know what I'm saying, where you know it was nothing but the Most High to bring you out of something, we know it was the Most High. Because this ain't nothing but evil. You know what I'm saying? Anything that can keep you down and out and, again, inducing synthetic, you know what I'm saying, mental illnesses and trying to just get you torn down, God ain't got nothing to do with it. So, again, if you have a relationship with the Most High, you gonna know when the Most High is really got you. You gonna know. Ain't no if, and, buts about it. You will know. Alright, so again, y'all, it's so many other questions I wanted to get to, but I could not because, like I said, I did this video not too long ago and it shut me down. Alright, so I hope that helped Summer and anybody, any other TI that run across this video. I really hope that helped. Again, if y'all got any questions, you know what I'm saying, anything that I can help y'all with, you know what I'm saying, drop it in my comment box. Email me, let me know. I get right back on here and try to find specific questions. Summer didn't give me any specific questions. It was questions that I felt like a lot of you guys would want the answer to. Alright, but if you got anything specific, again, drop it in my comment box. Or you can hit me on my email, all lowercase, ernellac8180@gmail.com. Alright, so, as always, keep this chin up, stay focused, stay balanced. Lean on the Most High, man. I can't stress that enough. I'ma always stress that. Alright? And as always, don't react. Stand back and let God handle it. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day and have an amazing rest of your day on purpose. Y'all be hearing from me. Peace.